Solar setup and cost. Solar energy, a do-it-yourself project for your house. I will try to keep all this simple, because the existing way to learn about it is full of techie acronyms, stupid and confusing techie language, and also because I still do not understand it well myself. However, I brought a solar project up from scratch. This is a summary of this pursuit. The main parts of a solar system for your house are the solar panels, the batteries, the inverter, and the charge controller. The solar panels, do an internet search and read about how sunlight is converted into electricity. Really very interesting and amazing. Invented from the mind of a white man. The panels come in different physical sizes and different electricity generating capabilities. The ones I bought were 12, 250 watts per hour, meaning each panel, at best, generates 250 watts per hour of electricity. When the sun is at its best position in the sky, the best direct in line with the panels. It is difficult to tell you how many hours each day you will receive 250 watts. Do some reading on this. You might get 2,500 watts of energy per day, or you might get 1,500, or you might get none if it is cloudy all day. There is no exact answer. Do some reading. The panels I bought were used, bought from a place in Arizona, Santan Solar, recycled from a solar farm. The salesman told me they had 15 years of life left at 100% production. After that, the production rate declined, but it was not a dramatic rate. Each panel was $50, $600 total for all 12, and shipping was $200 to West Texas. I had one panel that tested bad, and the company never made good on it. There is not a shortage of panels on the market, not a shortage of solar salesmen, not yet. There's a shortage of people who will talk to you and spend time explaining the logic to you of the information screens, of the charge controller, after the sale. See pictures. I made the solar panel holding frames myself, worked a bit each morning in the cool. The wood had to be straight, which often was not easy finding. I stained and sealed them with a red stain sealer from Home Depot. See pictures. I might have spent $250 on the wood. If you buy the metal holders, you will spend a lot more. The old solar battery setups, early solar technology, were 12 volt. Like on a car, they are called lead-acid batteries. If you research it, a 48 volt system is more efficient and also less expensive, comparing apples to apples. That is what I suggest, a 48 volt lithium battery setup, and you can buy the batteries from the internet for about $1,000 plusers each. And lithium batteries last longer, a lot longer, than lead acid. Wire from solar system to house, I used number 4 wire, aluminum, same as I used for my long-length irrigation wells. It is cheap and bought from my local electric company, Lintigar. I bought 100 feet for little over $1 a foot. I purchased a combination inverter, charge controller. An inverter converts DC direct current from the batteries, the 48 volts, to AC current to the house, 120 volts. You can buy inverters to put on your car batteries and do the same thing, and run power tools from your car. The charge controller monitors the electricity coming from the panels, puts that electricity in the batteries in an orderly fashion. For this combination inverter controller, I paid $700. It is a EG4 system. One reason I bought it was that is supposed to turn itself off if the energy generated is less than the energy used, to keep the batteries above 42 volts. After 2 weeks of my experimentation on different loads, the system, did not do that, and my batteries were drained to zero. I spent the next 2 months in limbo, trying to get a functioning 48-volt battery charger here. The company I bought the charger from did not include the proper wiring with the alligator clips, and all the instructions of the unit were 100% Chinese. I would not buy an EG4 inverter controller. Again, getting someone to answer my questions about the system I bought from them is considerably lacking. The screen information data is written in techie, as is the manual. You can understand it if you are a solar techie or a solar system repairman. Otherwise, good luck. And I am not stupid. It should not be hard to understand a consumer-driven system, but it is. But of course, the solar industry people understand it. I put a panel box next to my house. That way I can shut it off and hook up as many circuits as I desire. Lintigar Electric would have paid me 2.3 cents per kilowatt hour if I had have tied into their grid, while charging me 9 cents a kilowatt hour to draw electricity off of their grid. This, of course, was not a sensible option, so I installed the panel box 100 feet from the solar panel setup, run the wiring under the house, 2 of them, 12 two-stranded wiring, 15 amps each, and the system is totally off-grid. In August this summer, I run 2 7-cubic-feet freezers, 1 15-cubic-feet freezer, and 2 15-cubic-feet refrigerators. This uses 25 to 40% of my electricity generated in above setup. I plan to add my office computer and equipment, and I think it will run that during the winter too, with sunny days. If it does not, then my Lintigar Electric plug-ins are next to the solar plug-ins, 2 to 3 feet away. I thought I could hook up all the system myself, but decided to hire a solar electrician, and he charged me $400 for a couple of hours' work. Interesting, it was a 100% serial connection. Read up on a serial versus a parallel solar panel connection. My total cost, and have included a picture above, was about $4,500. I am a CPA and have an MBA, a master's degree in economics, and what they teach you in grad school, the finance course, that a 7-year payback is acceptable. This setup will save me about $60 a month in grid electricity, or $720 a year. This is a 6 to 7 year payback, acceptable from a financial return perspective, but is not the reason I did the project. The American empire is coming to an end, and as you all know, half the American population is suffering from mass brainwashed, mass psychosis, the other half partially brainwashed. Our government prints money like is grows on trees, and the development of the BRICS nations will not do business in the dollar, given another option. Read up on the BRICS nations' goals and aspirations. They want to make war on the US dollar. The YouTube page Lena Petrova is a good teacher on this subject, and it is anyone's guess what will happen with Russia in Ukraine. What I expect from this mess above is hyperinflation within 1 year. Hyperinflation that will not go away, it is here to stay. Food shortages, contrived food shortages, possible war against big city grids by China, Russia, the Arab world, or other forces not good for America. How many troops have come into this nation in the past 3 years under the guise of illegal immigration? One other suggestion for you folks: buy a pressure cooker canner that holds 8 glass quarts and get to work. Put back 100 quarts of beef, chicken, potatoes. More of you have a large family, waiting for people to freak on food shortages. Well, it will be too late to do anything after the panic.